EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to one of the great cities of the world, London, England. Coming up, another installment of the NFL International Series, and it should be a great one, as it'll be the Jacksonville Jaguars taking on the Buffalo Bills. Hello, everybody. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, you take a look at the Bills entering play here. They come off a disappointment last time out that put an end to their modest 3-game win streak. Meanwhile, for the visiting Jaguars, they were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get...
The second of our 5 international games this season, the Jags and Bills underway here in North London. Taking it about the 1. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. So here come the Bills on offense for the first time. And they will be led out by a man in his sophomore campaign as the quarterback.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers? 1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss. Yeah, and that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe he leans on a few other parts of the offense and hopefully springs a receiver or 2 free.
The numbers for him from a week ago: 19 carries, 54 yards, and a touchdown.
You know he's proud of his standing as the league's number 3 rusher, and those linemen in front of him, they're just as proud, but they all have the same goal in mind. Get him to number 1 in the league and celebrate a rushing title at the end of the year. That starts with a good game here.
And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll go to Barkley again. Taken down at the 42. The Bills at 3-1 here through their first 4 games. And they come in off a disappointment last time out. That put an end to their modest 3-game win streak.
And last week, not only on the scoreboard, but I saw it on tape as well. Definitely not one of their finer performances because they were outclassed pretty much right from the start. So I think there'll be a renewed emphasis on trying to be a little better out of the gate in this one so they don't fall into a big hole.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he shed to tackle. Now he's got some space. And it was a stiff arm there that freed him enough to get the first before he's tackled. This time they'll throw it with Howell. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete. Brandon Ayuk, the one he was looking for. And that'll bring up 2nd down. You look at this Jaguar defense. They come into this one down at the 27th position in the league, Charles, against the run.
One thing you know they'll be fired up because they're facing a top 5 rushing attack. And even if they have early success against them, they got to remember they got to sustain it because teams that are top 5, they don't stop running the ball if they don't get things done early.
Howell, he'll look to throw it. And he'll find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 31-yard line. They'll go play action. Howell. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Howell out of the shotgun. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Howell looking to throw again. And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's third down. Now Howell. That's over the middle and caught by Ayuk. And he is stopped just short on third down. Got 9 yards, but needed 10. And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far on the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. Justin Jefferson, his second touchdown on the season. And the Bills' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Building confidence after a loss, that's a good way to do it. The loss last game, but first drive here in this one, cashing it in for 6.
Hey, they can talk all they want about putting the loss behind them. I think that drive there did more than any conversation they had, don't you think?
That's exactly right. Puts that to bed. And this is what they said all week long. A lot of things they needed to do differently. Whatever they said appears to have worked.
Oh, that's sweet.
What an effort. A solid return. Pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. So here are the Jags now set to get their first drive. They'll be led out by someone who has proved doubters wrong his entire career. MVP runner-up a season ago, Jalen Hurts.
And it felt like in watching the game tape, he got everyone involved last week.
He was a manager.
He really was. That's a great way to put it because they ran the ball some, they threw it accurately. 1 touchdown pass, so he didn't, break the bank doing that, but he didn't throw any interceptions. That's the bottom line. That's why a defense loves a quarterback like that. Doesn't put them in bad situations.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. The numbers on the ground for Montgomery in last week's affair. 18 carries, 72 yards, and a touchdown. Here's Hurts to throw.
A key component of his team's offense.
There he goes, left side. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A big play there on the catch and run. 35 yards.
Well, that's something that this defense is not going to be able to allow if they're going to have success here. They've got to be able to wrap up and get guys on the ground. They end up letting him get away, and it turns into a big play here early on. I can just see veteran observers of the game shaking their heads and talking about the dearth of tackling in the game today.
Slipped 1 tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. Throwing is Hurts. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And it's caught.
I thought maybe when he caught, he'd have a good chance of getting that first down, but that's a nice job of holding him up and preventing him from getting to the sticks.
The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Jalen Hurts punching it in from a yard away. And the Jaguars respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. Extra point by Sly is up and good, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Noah Igbenogany from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The offense takes the field, and we turn our attention to Saquon Barkley. Whatever he was doing in September, they're hoping that that carries over now to October because he was sensational last month.
He absolutely was, and we all know where it started. At the end of last season, right? All the offseason preparation, the weight workouts, the sprints, right? The vision that he had, what he was going to do this season. And, of course, it all came together with the rest of the team. Those big fellas up front, leverage, and, boy, are they getting downfield and creating extra blocks for them.
They really are. Everyone's been doing their job so far to create those holes. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Again, it's Barkley. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. 3rd and 9 here. Well, this defense for the Jaguars, they played extremely well last week in the win over Atlanta.
Yeah, they held them completely out of the end zone, just held them to a field goal. So they're not just hoping for a repeat here. They're hoping to do it even better. A shutout is their goal.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. Shifts past him at the 45. Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. First carry of the game for Brian Robinson. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Faking the handoff. Howell. He'll get this into the hands of Ayuk. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. From the 31, here's 2nd and 2. Howell. He's got Ayuk once again. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. They go back to the ground now with Barkley. And they're knocking on the door now as a good run there going to take this to about the 10-yard line. So not quite a first and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Here's Howell. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Saquon Barkley with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bills have taken the lead.
You get in a 2nd and long situation down here in the red zone, I'd say most defensive coaches would think pass, let's bring some pressure. So this is kind of a tendency breaker here to hit him with something on the ground, and he'll take it all the way into the end zone.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. On first down, Hurts. Short throw caught by Pitts. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it's second down.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 31-yard line.
Through one quarter, 14-7. The Jags with the football to begin the second quarter. Now 2nd and 3. As they've got it as we resume action. Throw right side, taken in by Gibson. They wind up getting just a yard out of it. And now 2 yards to go on third down. They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. And this is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway there.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
Jack Fox out to punt here on 4th down. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. This is taken at the 23. That'll go as a punt of 42, 7 on the return. The offense takes the field, and we turn our attention to Saquon Barkley. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. Powell to the air on 1st and 10. This one brought in by Jefferson. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at their 49-yard line.
On the draw, this is Barkley. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 73 yards rushing now for Barkley. It's a 1st down. Back to throw. Howell. This to the tight end, Kincaid. And he is going to lose yardage here. And despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. Up the middle with Barkley. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 3rd down, now even tougher. 3rd and 13 after that loss of a yard. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the 1st. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. And this one sails out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25. It will. 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts. And that's complete. It's Chris Godwin. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. Hurts. So the completion gets him just a yard, and that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. That is caught. He's got a 1st and maybe more. Down the right sideline. And finally wrestled down at the 8-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Oh, my goodness. I'll tell you what. 3rd down. All you're thinking is, what can we do to keep this drive going to get enough yardage to move the sticks? You're certainly not thinking about taking this one almost the length of the field, but that's exactly what happens here. What a play, and what a change of fortunes.
They'll run with Gibson. They will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Antonio Gibson, his 1st touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars are an extra point away from drawing level. The extra point by Sly is up and good, and we are tied at 14. The drive summary, 4 plays, 75 yards. And the capper that put it in the end zone, a run of 8 yards. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Bills getting set to go. The last series form a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
Playing against a 3-4 front is really challenging for offensive linemen because they can do so many different things. But when you're running the football, if you can handle the nose tackle up front and then maybe a guard can slide up to the 2nd level and block a linebacker, that's when you have success running the football.
This offense on 3rd down today, they've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. Here it's 3rd and 2. Barkley inside handoff. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll run it again with Barkley. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45. From the 44 now, here's 2nd and 4. Here's a give to Barkley. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. An even 100 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. Off play action. It's Howell. Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. The defense rising to the challenge and setting them back on the sack. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. And Howell will throw it. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
That is certainly one way to frustrate a quarterback. One of those extra defenders on the field. Dime package, lots of speed, no space to fit into football.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. 42 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And it'll be Jaguar football as they take over deep in their own territory. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And the momentum just continuing to build and build for them. They had the touchdown, their last drive to tie the game. Now their defense does its job, and Charles, all of a sudden, they've got a chance to capture the lead here.
And we're seeing a really nice exhibition of what coaches love to call complementary football. Offense gets a tie, defense does its job, gets the ball right back, and their teammates now have momentum. What a nice job they're doing, all doing it together.
They're quickly out wide. This is Watson. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. Up the middle, it's Montgomery. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Well, I think after that run, the defense getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free, and there's another example, another incompletion.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away. Fair catch called for and made at the 16 or maybe the 17-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bills shaken up on the play. Well, they come out and take a look at him. We will step aside for just a moment. How did he stay on his feet? And some room to maneuver. But he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. That one 28 yards on the ground. What we saw there, that's what we know that he can do. He can break tackles and turn them into big runs, and that's what he did.
And what is the buzz phrase nowadays in football for a guy like that? Contact balance. The ability to go through trash, come out the other side, avoid and run through contact, and keep your balance.
And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. A handoff to Barkley. And he'll get it inside the 35.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. Howell throwing on third down here. They're looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted. Picked off by Emmanuel Forbes. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Slide for the PAT. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The offense takes the field, and we turn our attention to Saquon Barkley. And, Charles, you can't really fault him. He's over 100 yards already. He's not the reason they're losing.
And that is really unusual, because ordinarily, when you've set the tone this way and have run it this effectively, usually your team's in control. So it's a very strange situation. And you're right, you can't fault him. He's done a great job for his team thus far.
Yes, and he's saying, feed me on the sidelines. Now will they continue to do it? Got a man, that's Ayuk. Busting through contact. Just wasn't a huge hole there for him to operate. Stopped just inside the 35-yard line. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Howell down to throw it. He connects with Hyatt. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Another throw for Howell. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and it's going to be a first down. Well done. 23 yards on the play. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up first and goal. Howell, he'll look to throw it. Touchdown, Bills! Dalton Kincaid from 3 yards out. And the Bills are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. And the Jags going to go on offense now late in this first half. And they've got a little over 40 seconds to work with if they want to try to put something together. Hurts throw on target to Godwin here. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle it.
Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. That ball caught by Campbell. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early. So now then, the penalty's got him set up with a first and goal. Here's Hurts to throw. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go. Second down, here's Jalen Hurts. Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Christian Watson as the first half is winding down. And the Jaguars have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. The extra point by Sly is up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. Well, we'll move right through the break then, skipping halftime and back to the field for the start of the second half. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Taken at the goal line. And he returns this to the 22. The Jaguars ready to get going to start quarter number 3. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well. And most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. It's a gain of 34. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now a give left side to Montgomery. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. From the 43, here's a 2nd and 9. Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4. Throwing is Hurts. And that one goes incomplete on the drop. That's one he definitely normally catches. 4th down.
That was a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch. He was thinking about those rack yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
And that is no good. Oh, he missed it just wide of the upright, and this will remain a 1-touchdown game.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it, and this one winds up no good.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. He'll get it up near midfield to the 49 before being taken down.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
2nd down. Here's Barkley again. A beautiful fake. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. 163 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues. Little bootleg here. Howell. That ball caught. Brandon Ayuk. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Brandon Ayuk. 40 yards. And the Bills are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie. Because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And we are all tied at 28. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here.
We got a brand new ball game, all even after that last touchdown, so every drive now becoming a little more critical here in the second half. They'll start on the ground with Montgomery. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Back to Montgomery on 2nd down. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. From the gun, it's Hurts. Short throw caught by Pitts. So the completion good for 6 yards, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
2nd down, here's Hurts. Catch made here by Campbell. He's up to 70 yards receiving now as that last catch gets him a first down. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Here's a quick pass. He's got Chris Godwin. It'll be a gain of 5, and that will bring up 2nd down. Now Montgomery running right. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll be 2nd down. Hurts sets up to throw it. And he short arms that one just a bit. It's low and incomplete. Christian Watson, the man he was looking for. And it's 3rd and 5. They'll look to throw. Quick slant to Watson. And I don't think he got there. No. He's short by maybe a foot. Maybe. Call it 4th and inches. Doug Peterson going to roll the dice here. They will go for it on 4th down. Running for it, Montgomery. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. Going up the gut, Montgomery. 42 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
From the 17, Hurts. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. He'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Quentin Williams drops him for a loss of 10. And it's going to be 4th and long.
Like the footwork back there. I thought he did a pretty good job of evading that first wave of players. Tried to buy a little extra time out of the pocket. But in the end, oh, that was a tough one.
Yeah, winds up getting buried for the loss. Field goal unit and Joey Sly now. From the right hash, this from 44 yards out. Sly able to put this one through, and they have regained the lead. So a response there to the touchdown on the opening drive of this 3rd quarter as they're able to reclaim the lead.
And I think you'll take that because obviously you'd like to be able to match them touchdown for touchdown, but the first order of business,
was to get the lead back, and they've done that. Now you want to give a good pep talk to your defense to take it from there.
And just shutting him off there. Still going inside the 30. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown, Buffalo. It's been a back-and-forth game, a lot of points on the board, and that return right there kind of indicative of how this thing's gone.
Yeah, you've seen both teams go at it, and as you just pointed out, both of them have found the end zone. But just like in boxing, you know the blow that hurts the most? The one you didn't see coming, and that often is the case when it comes in special teams.
Here's Gay now to add the extra point. And that will make this a 4-point game. And what a job there by all 11 on the kick return. The blocking excellent, the return excellent. The result, 6 points. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Out comes the Jaguar offense now as they get set to take over. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down. They'll run with Gibson. He's going to be a yard short. Needed 2, but only got 1. 4th down.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
And the Jaguars send out their punter as he's on here to punt it away. That's taken on the 25. It'll be a 44-yard punt, 6 on the return. The offense takes the field, and we turn our attention to Saquon Barkley. He's had a good performance, moved the ball effectively on the ground. Of course, he has the 1 touchdown.
And when you're able to move it as effectively as you've described, that leads to finding a way into the end zone, and now he's just trying to do it for a second time. And, of course, with that comes additional yardage.
Yeah, looking for additional yardage, and again, that second score here in the 3rd quarter. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup. Again, it's Barkley. Stop made by Marlon Davidson.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
Here's Howell. Throw left side, taken in by Jefferson. And he's brought down. 14 yards, and the Bills will get a new set of downs.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
So the 14 yards actually takes them from 143 to the other for 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. Shrugs him off. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
There's so many definitions of a complete back. I think most people think a guy can block, a guy can catch, and a guy can run. But how about when you put it all together as a runner, and you can fake people out, you can be shifty, and also run with some power and break tackles, as we just saw on that pickup.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. 3 receivers head out right, 1 to the left on 2nd and 3. Welcome back now here in London. It's the Bills with a lead and the football here to begin the 4th quarter. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Running left, it's Barkley. And they're going to stop it right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. A give to Barkley out of the gun. A tough run, but not a huge gain. Dropped at the 25. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
This one no doubt important for Matt Gay. This will get the lead up to 7. And Gay knocks this one through, and that'll make this a 7-point game. From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means...
That'll hit and a loose football. Now this is picked up by the Bills, and they will take over at the 26-yard line.
As that ball got away from him, and he saw the opposing team recover it.
You felt his pain?
Oh, I felt his pain, and you know what was going through his head. Tuck it away. Take care of the ball. All the things he hears all week in practice, he didn't carry it over into the game.
And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. Ball at the 23, 2nd and 8. Off play action. It's Howell. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Jags grab it. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
Well, partner, here's where team football gets tested a little bit because I know the defensive guys were over there chilling on the sidelines, and all of a sudden, they heard the sudden change call because that fumble puts them right back on the field, and they've got to go out and finish the game now themselves.
Absolutely. Nursing that slim lead here in the 4th, a costly turnover. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Hurts. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Looking to throw. Now throw out wide, going to be incomplete.
This defense has passed its first 2 tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know there's probably another throw coming on 3rd down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
Here comes the blitz as they look to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have the Jaguars' first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
That one, a 1st down pickup of 8. Back to throw. Oh, no, he lost the football. Now this is picked up by the Bills, and they will take over at the 26-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Now Brandon Ayuk ready to bring out the rest of this offense here for this upcoming series. Let's see here, Charles. 6 catches, over 100 yards. Call that a pretty good day at the office.
And I love the accumulation. The catches, the yardage. That means he's having a pretty good impact on this ball game and really helping his team out in a big way.
Means he wants the football again, right?
And it's funny because some of these receivers are very vocal about how much they're getting it. Others are quieter, but they still let you know, give me the ball, I'm going to make a play.
A first down carry for Barkley. And they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. It's a gain of 13 and a Buffalo first down. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
25 yards to pick up there, and also a first down. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Second down and a run by Robinson. And he pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that one, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
Whether that's a little grabbing, a little hand fighting, by any means necessary on third down, he was able to get the job done in the secondary and swat that one away.
Gay's kick is good, and the Bills will add on to their lead. So that's, CD, an important one here in the fourth quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set to go again. A tougher task for them now. That turnover on their last possession led to the field goal, meaning that they have to now try to erase a 2-score deficit here in the fourth. To Montgomery to begin the drive. That's to about the 28. Second down coming up.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want. But on the defensive side of the ball, you scramble a little bit. Now you're behind trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
They go play action with Hurts. He shakes him off, but now he's swallowed up and taken down. Now, hang on here a second. Looks like a Jaguar in some obvious discomfort from that last play. Hopefully, obviously, nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. They're going on fourth down with Hurts. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Jags come up empty on fourth down. And the Bills are going to take over in excellent field position. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on fourth.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover. Back to throw. Howell got a man. That's Ayuk. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the fourth, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
And he's brought down. 18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal. The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the 4th, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Saquon Barkley with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Bills are closing in on a 4-1 start as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Well, nothing fancy there, Charles. You had 3 tight ends on the field. They were going to run the football. The defense knew it, but the defense couldn't stop them.
And I haven't met an offensive line yet that doesn't get more satisfaction out of running the football into the end zone than pass protecting. They had determination on their side, and they got it done.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. On the return, Trey Tucker. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Right back to Chris Godwin. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. On 1st down, Hurts. Gets this to Campbell out on the right side. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Play action. Here's Hurts. That is caught. It's Chris Godwin. Touchdown, Jaguars. Chris Godwin. 34 yards. And the Jags have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Bills are going to recover. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
They'll try the right side here. Barkley. Well, they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
A little bit of space there for the 1st down run as that's going to get him about 5 yards. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. And he will have a Bills 1st down, and that should be that. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11. Up the middle with Barkley. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. Powell going to go down to a knee, and that should just about wrap this up. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This from 42 yards out. And his kick is good. And the Bills will add on to their lead. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for Buffalo, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1. And now it's off to Heathrow as they get set to fly back to the U.S. in a couple hours. Meanwhile, for Jacksonville, they drop below 500 to 2-3 with a loss. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home